Thank you, Victoria, for that wonderful field report. But now we're going to get into the big discussion of how police are viewed in our society. So the big question I'm going to start with my wonderful panel is, how are really police viewed in modern society today? And Steve, we're going to start with you.
Well, you know, they're seen as like a powerhouse. There's a lot of times where they abuse their power, but at the same time, with all the social media and all the violence out there today, like there's cops getting killed every single day, and like they don't publicize it like they do when people get shot. So they have a very stressful job, but at the same time, there's some of them that are just a little bit too power hungry. So that's how I view them today.
And Dr. Papeki?
I just would not want to be a police officer today. I think it's a really scary profession. You know, we have some very frank discussions in my classes about policing, and when we talk about things like Ferguson, the students say, well, you know, if the police are going to profile us and just assume that we're bad people, then we're going to assume that they're all bad people too. And we talk about how that might not be the best answer or approach to it.
Pretty much I feel at this day and age, police officers are viewed very in a bad light by the youth, I guess you could say, because you see in the news and the media in general that they do bad things, quote unquote, and that they attack people, and that they just seem so violent, they seem just heartless, and I feel like there's a miscommunication between the two, being that the media is portraying both sides of the field in a bad light, I guess you could say, because the youth is looking horrible, and then you have the police looking horrible. So then who is to say who's wrong or who's right at the end of the day?
Okay, exactly. All three of you have really said answers relating to how police are kind of corrupt in today's society. How have they been in the past? How have they changed? What has affected that change?
I'm gonna have to say social media is a huge play. You can't go on Facebook any day without seeing like posts about the cop did this. Mm-hmm. But let's just be honest. Like, if you are not committing a crime, why aren't you gonna stop? Why are you gonna give these police a hard time when they already have a hard enough time? They're dealing with murders and rapists and whatever every single day. So you're gonna give him a hard time? Well, if you're not doing anything wrong, then you should be able to stay there, and you know, they should be able to search you. If you're not doing anything wrong, then just take the punishment. And I think social media really blows it out of proportion. It makes people hate police even though they didn't do anything to them in particular. So
I think transparency in our society has done a lot too. You know, you have cameras everywhere. You're videotaped, 100 times a day without even realizing it. And I think police are under much more scrutiny and they're questioned more. And I agree. You know, they have such a difficult job, and I think that we have a responsibility as a society to educate people on how to get pulled over and how to interact with the police, because a lot of people don't learn that until they're in a really bad situation.
Exactly, Papeki, and I'm going to actually cut you off right there, but we're going to turn it over to Malusi for Ruffle My Feathers. Malusi, take it over.